passes down the line. It's gone to Vinicius Junior.
Well, they're getting a second defender in and around Vinny Jr., and that's certainly something that everybody tries to do.
Hello. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. I guess okay. सब कुछ है अभी लाइव स्टार्ट करते हैं वैसे तो स्टार्ट तो हो ही गया है अरे सब कुछ प्रॉपर है 2 मिनट में ना एक्चुअली VPN तो चालू नहीं है ना ये चालू होता है तो कभी कभी इशू हो जाता है जैसे कि इस दिन हो रहा था ये यार लेट मी चेक क्या हो रहा है अरे VPN 2 मिनट हाँ हो रहा है हाँ चलो ऑल गुड ऑल गुड ऑल गुड स्टार्ट करता हूँ मैं मतलब पीछे तो चालू ही है मेरा मैच तो देख ही रहूंगा
And Oscar next to him, yeah. Whole series of World Cup winners in the stands today for Brazil.
Just remarkable players with stature. And, we looked at the list here today, and our eyeballs popped out of our head. The legendary players that are in the building, that just bring an additional aura to this.
Lucas Paquetá. Gabriel. We've got Santos, who seems to have solved that left back issue for Brazil. It has been a problem area for them.
Hey!
And Cunha pleading for a foul over there that he's not going to get. Not yet, anyway.
But he's trying to turn the corner here. And he's trying to get in behind Sano. It would have been called. It was outside the box anyway.
So we have reached the hydration break here in Houston. Brazil.
ठीक है भाई हाइड्रेशन ब्रेक से
In
सब
terms of clear-cut opportunities, well, they're sadly lacking so far, but the intrigue is certainly there. Nil.
We are deep into stoppage time. Oh, they must be careful here. No! But hang on, they are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. The goal has been reversed! They have felt everything it is possible to feel. Here goes. 1, 2, 3.
Take the pitch with FanDuel's new footy features. Bet all 120 minutes and get early payouts when your team goes up.
हाइड्रेशन ब्रेक है भाई
Lets you celebrate every strike. And with FanDuel's
चलो
new
वही
Super
भी
Sub, if your player is
प्रॉपर
subbed
है
out, your
ना,
bet stays in.
कुछ प्रॉपर है,
At FanDuel,
कुछ प्रॉपर है.
your score means more. North America's #1 sportsbook and casino, FanDuel. Play your game.
The world is changing, but with every challenge comes a chance to build better, stronger. We're investing in ourselves, buying Canadian, prospering from our resources and critical minerals. Our plan is to create jobs, build affordable homes twice as fast, break down barriers between provinces, and expand global trade. This is our moment to build a strong economy by Canadians, for Canadians. A message from the Government of Canada.
But with ongoing market volatility, more than ever, we need to stay focused on operational efficiencies and transformational initiatives.
Okay.
What's the score?
We're up 2-1.
Let's put it on the big screen. Okay.
Hello. ऐसे जुड़ा मेरा आइडिया आवाज
And we should get goals today. We will get goals today, one way or another, in a stadium that has seen more goals than any other
Okay.
at this World Cup so far. But still,
Nice,
no
nice,
shot
nice,
on
nice,
target
nice. चालू
in
हुआ.
this game.
Well, we're trying
साला
to pace
hydration
you
break
with
आ
all
गया
the
था बीच
goals
में.
you had to pull off against Germany and Curacao, and then you had Ronaldo and Portugal hitting for a bunch. But we have seen amazing games with amazing storylines each and every time here at Houston Stadium.
Place in the round of 16 on the line against either Côte d'Ivoire or Norway. Ito down the line. And Japan get the corner. Nakamura looking to steer it into the middle.
भाई अलग ही खेल रही है जापान आज तो मतलब.
Direct ball and winning the second ball.
ये
And we've seen both teams go direct at certain times.
भाई ये
here
ब्राजील
today,
के
but
जर्सी पे
Japan
ऐसा
will do
वो
that
क्यों है?
as well as Brazil.
दो मिनट देखना.
Swung over and the header clears the bar by some distance. Wader it was. He's got 2 goals so far at these finals.
He's the talisman. He got up nicely, got his arm over
भाई
Danilo.
अगर गलती से भी ऐसा ना हो ब्राजील बाहर हो गई तो भाई मेरे को लग रहा है कि जापान फिर भाई खत्म है. अब इस बार आ जाएगी सेमीफाइनल तक. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है प्रेडिक्शन कि अरे यार पर ऐसा बोल भी नहीं सकते पर आ भी सकती है.
They did actually face each other though at the 1996 Olympics, which was an under-23 competition, and Japan were victorious in that one. They called it the Miracle of Miami, and Brazil in that team had the likes of Roberto Carlos
साला
and
ये
Ronaldo.
भेजना ही भूल गया मैं हर जगह पे.
Can Japan here summon that kind of spirit to knock out the 5-time world champions, who haven't lifted the trophy since 2002?
24 years ago at 6 World Cups. That's unheard of for Brazil.
Marquinhos.
One of the men who lifted is in the building here today, Ronaldo.
Now stars in the stands, stars on the pitch. Japan have stolen it. Sano driving them forward. Still Sano!
गोल मार दिया.
A goal that will echo from Texas to Tokyo. The eternal kings, the five-time champions, the guardians of the game's greatest throne are behind.
ये भाई क्या अलग ही लेवल का इन लोग खेल रहे हैं.
With his first international goal, Japan lead Brazil.
Unbelievable. And what a start for Japan, but this is the moment for Sano. Because Sano, this is not about a build-up. This is about simply winning a ball, going with conviction, becoming a one-man show, and then striking an incredible finish here. Even got grabbed at the moment he struck that. But this is just straight ahead. Want to get to goal. It comes off an unforced error. And this is how Japan takes the lead. Incredible start here in Houston.
But we knew they had it in them.
Yeah, I still think it's amazing though with the amount of
Brazil
changes
भाई
players
cover
that are
कर
missing.
लेगी.
But I think that is, to your point, the beauty of the system because everybody can plug into it. But I don't think any of the pundits that I know, any of my friends have said that this is an overwhelming win today for Brazil.
Marquinhos. Only the second goal this tournament that Brazil have conceded. Of course, the other one was
but
in
एक
the
बात तो है
against
कि
Morocco when they fell behind.
पिछला वर्ल्ड
And
कप
this
भी
man here,
जापान बहुत ही
leveled it
ऐसा
up for them, Vinicius
बहुत सही
Junior.
खेला था.
It's
किसी को इतना
just a
एक्सपेक्टेशन
thrilling
था नहीं
start.
जापान से,
It really
बट
is. And both
पिछले बार
teams
का वर्ल्ड कप भी बहुत सही खेला
are
था.
employing
इसलिए
their
आज का
ideas
मैच
of how they want to play
बहुत
the
ज्यादा
game
इंटरेस्टिंग
today.
है, बहुत ज्यादा.
But one moment separates it.
And recent history does not look good for Brazil when conceding first. In their last 5 matches when they've gone behind in such circumstances, they've failed to win. Not since a victory over Croatia back in 2014. Have they come from behind in a position such as this to win? That is deemed as a foul on Douglas Santos.
यार जापान ने पहला एक गोल मार दिया मेरे को तो अब
No question on Gohan. This is an important set piece here. And Brazil's got targets for sure.
Akatar and Guimarães, the two over it.
Pretty high line here from Japan. That near post area is something to keep an eye on.
Akatar swings it in. Marquinhos
Oi.
didn't get the connection on that he would have hoped for.
Well, you got good targets with Marquinhos and Gabriel. There's no question about that. This is a look back at the goal, the final moment. Just a beautiful finish here, and you saw it. Gets nudged at the last minute.
यार नहीं आना
That's just
चाहिए था
from
वो.
picking up a bad ball and going directly to goal. That's as straight a path to goal as you're going to get with the player running with the ball at his feet.
कुछ अलग ही मतलब सही में इन लोग ब्लू रॉक सही में लोग इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे साला फीफा में ऐसा लग रहा है.
Only made 3 appearances in the qualifying campaign.
Nice.
Vinicius Junior. Comfortable for Suzuki.
Yeah, Vinny Jr.'s
साला
drifted
Vini
inside
हग रहा
a
है ये.
lot now.
किसी को रोने को आता है लोगों को.
And he gets in a really good area here, and we know how he can strike a ball. We've seen some of the quality of his goals.
भाई मैं तो नेमार से ही
First
रुका हूँ.
Brazilian to score in every group game, Vinicius Junior, since Ronaldo and Rivaldo did so back in 2002. Gabriel. Straight ball down the middle, thumped away by Taniguchi.
अबे पागल है क्या साले खुद के ही प्लेयर के साथ.
Santos. Cunha of Manchester United to Danilo of
Nice
Flamengo.
control, bhai.
Danilo
Nice,
delivering.
nice, 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 nice. Nice, nice,
Japan
nice.
not dealing with that particularly well. Vinicius Junior, back it comes from Paquetá.
Box me, box
Vinicius
me, box
Junior
me.
once more. It is
Box
a
me, दिए ना लोग के
crowd
पास.
scene inside that penalty box. And Ritsu Doan
Clear, clear.
gets Japan out of a tight spot.
Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one.
Junya Ito did not get very far.
Yeah.
And Paquetá's ball down the line has too much on it for Vinicius Junior. And Japan breathe again.
Well, Junya Ito was holding on to the ball to try and give somebody time to get in front of it. But we go back to the lone goal of this game, a fantastic one from Sano. And there might be some question there if the Brazilian center backs needed to get out to him a little bit quicker once he breached midfield. But what a start for Japan.
Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one.
Guimaraes now. Cunha.
Okay.
Back for Vinicius Junior.
अरे किसको दे रहा है साला ये?
Brazil starting to heat up, and they're getting guys around the top of the box. Paquetá.
Tomiyasu with an important header there. Now a chance for a Japanese break. Ito being pursued
Wait.
Now
Paquetá.
they can walk it up and kind of get a sigh of relief, but they were under heavy pressure. And Brazil's press was effective. They were turning the ball over. It was leading to chances. And there was some chaos in that organized Japanese setup.
I've mentioned the year 2002 a lot already today for obvious reasons. The last time Brazil lifted the trophy. It's actually the last time as well since they came from behind to win a knockout match at the quarter-final stage against England. And moving on very quickly from that, here is Lucas Paquetá.
चलो बॉक्स के अंदर जब जाते हैं ना ए ए ए
Gabriel joining in, Guimaraes. Japan continuing to frustrate through their diligent work.
पहले जापान लाइक की थोड़ा ये करता है स्टार्टिंग में फिर बाद में थक जाते हैं उन लोगों को ऐसा लगता है
because the lines are so tight. The ability to recover is always there for Japan and get pressure on the ball very quickly.
Paquetá, a picture of sheer frustration there, not happy at all that he wasn't getting any movement ahead of him.
Passing lanes are cut out for long periods here.
There's Cunha, and again it's a shot from distance, and it's dropped uncomfortably by Suzuki.
Yeah, it wasn't struck well. It's from distance, as you mentioned, and it's going to take something special to beat Suzuki from there. The more this goes on, the more maybe the frustration leads, and it can lead to opportunity in transition, possibly for Japan.
Cunha. Ryan. Gabriel. Douglas Santos over on that far left touchline, getting chalk on his boots, hoping it might just come his way.
Well, he's bringing the width now, so is Danilo, and that's allowing Vinny Jr. to come inside it. It's very congested in there. And Carlo Ancelotti mentioned in the press conference, the ball has to move quicker.
Vinicius Junior.
ए भाई अच्छा है
Leader is on his way. short on
पांच
support
होती
though
है
just
पागल है
now.
क्या
It needs the intervention of Paquetá to hold up his run.
And that's a great point you bring up, because when you're defending this deep, it's hard to get out in transition, and that one player's got to make very good decisions on if he should hold the ball.
भाई लोग हमारे बॉल पोजीशन ज्यादा मेरे को लग रहा है जापान के पास ही है मतलब देखना पड़ेगा स्टैट्स क्योंकि मैं थोड़ा लेट चालू किया बट भाई जो गोल मारा भाई बहुत सही था भाई बहुत सही था लेजिट भाई बहुत सही था इसको पर वही यार ब्राजील तो बहुत पहले से बेस्ट है वर्ल्ड चैंपियन है भाई वो नहीं भाई
as well as far as Brazil are concerned. A lot of Brazilians here today.
Dal right man perfect.
Not particularly pleased from what they're seeing from their team in terms of going forward. Real lack of penetration from them at the minute.
अरे क्या कर रहे हैं लोग अटेम्प्ट ही नहीं कर रहे
They'll be more than happy with that.
डाला बॉक्स में सीधा गोलकीपर के हाथ में
Their shots have been from long range, and in terms of carving something out inside that penalty area, it's been nothing.
Nah, bro.
Well, the real chances aren't there yet. They're half chances at best. These are so difficult. It's so difficult of a team to play against Japan. You almost think your goal has to come off a press or a deflection. Just move in such a beautiful block.
Ito of Genk in Belgium scored the third goal in that 4-0 win over Tunisia. Also came off the bench to set up the equaliser and the winning goal against Brazil last October. The Japanese number 14 out on the right wing. Receiving it now from Tomiyasu.
भाई जापान फिर से ट्राई कर रहा है ऐसे नहीं कि भाई डिफेंस करो अभी एक गोल हो गया वो वापस ट्राई कर रहा है भाई ब्राजील क्या कर रहा है यार फक बॉल क्या हो रहा है दूसरी बार हुआ ये दूसरी बार हुआ साले ब्राजील के प्लेयर खुद में ही भिड़ रहे हैं ब्राजील भिड़ रही है भाई क्या कर रहे हैं भाई देखो वापस अटेम्प्ट नाइस वन भाई जापान क्या क्रेजी खेल रही है
3 to aim at in the middle. Maeda was the closest to it. Brazil clear. Hiroki Ito up from the back. Interesting cross. And flicked away by Douglas Santos. Well, Japan, for me, carry a greater threat going forward than Brazil do at the moment, albeit not with great frequency.
Well, that's the difference, frequency. I mean, Brazil's had 60% of the possession, the territorial advantage, but it hasn't led
काट रही है भाई ब्राजील के प्लेयर्स को काट रही है भाई बहुत बड़ी बात हो गई
Fano sent sprawling, on it goes. Referee plays the advantage. Nakamura. Maeda.
It's exactly how Japan wants to play.
भाई crazy ball possession भाई
make great use of them. And then suffocate you with this remarkable tight team structure.
Nice one, bhai.
Oh, lovely play there. But Doan just couldn't pick out the final pass. But the way they worked it in from that right-hand side.
Oh, सही में वो crazy खेल रही है
That was a bad giveaway from Brazil again, though, because they had an opportunity to get off in transition. Their passing hasn't been clean at times out of the back, including the one that led to the goal from Sano.
भाई ब्राजील प्रेस भी नहीं कर रही है भाई नॉर्मली ब्राजील प्रेस भी नहीं कर रही है
sweeping it over to the right for Junya Ito. Might have a top himself here. He did. And Guimaraes is sent tumbling to the car.
Yellow card.
Guimaraes frustrated because he was on his way.
Yellow card मिल गया भाई.
This is a professional foul. And if you're Brazilian, you're pretty happy here that Bruno Guimaraes has been fouled and that a referee has brought out a yellow card here.
Daichi.
He is set a standard for what's going to happen in transition if people are going to try to pull off professional fouls.
Marquinhos.
ओए 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 भाई बहुत अच्छा चांस था ब्राजील के.
Brazil were expecting a corner. It is not.
ये क्या है इनके जर्सी पे यहाँ पे कुछ तो बना है जापान और ब्राजील का, पर जापान के जर्सी पे नहीं है. अच्छा.
Both goals in the knockout phase so far have come from outside the box. Canada scoring with one very dramatically late in the game yesterday. They'll be coming here next.
जापान तो crazy attempt कर रही है भाई.
From Maeda just to dig that out in the corner. That was a ball that looked like was in possession of Brazil.
सही में.
Just a relentless.
बॉल बना भी रही है कड़क.
They contest every ball.
Tomiyasu.
ये यार क्या भाई पास तो नहीं साले. एक बार ऐसा खेलते हैं कि पर एक बार ऐसा साला नॉर्मल पास में भी हक दे रहे.
You got to wonder what's going on in the mind of that man, Carlo Ancelotti, the first foreign manager ever for Brazil.
Yeah, played at the 1990 World Cup. Carlo Ancelotti. Italy came third. Played 90 minutes against England, a match for third place.
Airball.
And such a revered figure in the game. He's just done it in so many different ways, so many different levels.
He was actually on the coaching staff as well when Italy lost on penalties against Brazil here in the US in the '94 final. So many links, the different strands of the game, Carlo Ancelotti. As I mentioned right at the top, that was his CV is unrivaled.
Come on यार, अभी कहाँ जाके ब्राजील उधर प्रेस कर रही है वो साइड पे. तो इतने देर से भाई अपने ही हाफ में खिला रही है भाई, और जापान भी उधर ही प्रेस कर रही है उन लोग को.
Whatever happened to him?
Well, he's here today.
One of many Brazilian legends, Brazilian royalty, watching on, but watching the trailing Japan by a goal to nil and struggling to break them down.
आ गया था यार बॉल.
For me, Brazil needs to get more width in their game. They need to
crowd
get
में
more
बॉल गया,
crosses,
लेग
and they
छीन
have
लिया
to
उन
spread
लोगों.
Japan out side to side a bit more, and now we see creeping up the field Danilo. That's the ball you need.
Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one.
Marquinhos.
ये यार.
Qatar was the target and hooked away by Junya Ito.
Yeah, I think Danilo's got to take that down and take that wide and try to get to the end line and turn the corner, as opposed to recirculating cross coming in at a different type of angle. I think it's got to be mixed up a little bit.
Brazil have got a player down at the moment.
क्या कर रहे हैं इन लोग?
Who's been quiet.
भाई जापान भाई.
Able to get that one under control.
साला सही में एनीमे समझ रहे क्या ये सब? भाई नॉर्मल नहीं था वो. नीमान.
Claiming their first ever knockout victory at a FIFA World Cup. Brazil have had all of the ball.
भाई हाफ टाइम 1-0 भाई.
Down this resolute Japanese side who lead by a goal to nil, and some strike too. from Kaishu Sano, and the Samurai Blue managed to cut through Brazil, and they have the half-time advantage here. Brazil with it all to do at the break here in Houston. Japan, as things stand, would be heading through to the round of 16. They lead by a goal to nil.
आना तो पड़ेगा भाई। भाई लेजिट भाई, सही में बोल रहा हूँ भाई, बहुत क्रेजी खेल रहा है जापान। मतलब इतना सोचा नहीं था वैसे खेल रहा है, बहुत अलग लेवल पे साला। एनीमे अभी लास्ट तुम लोग अगर देख रहे हो मैच, तो लास्ट वाला जो था भाई पासिंग, क्या अलग, यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से यहाँ, साले हवे में बॉल रख के, मतलब एक के पास आया, वन टच ऐसे भी नहीं कि भाई कंट्रोल किया पास दिया, सीधा आ रहा है बॉल, वन टच सीधा पास। भाई क्या हो गया है जापान को भाई, वो उन लोग का वो कोच सही में बोल रहा है नेट नोट की कुछ तो लिख रहा है भाई, सही में वो चल रहा है ऐसा मेरे को तो लग रहा है। बहुत क्रेजी मैच है, बट ये शायद से नॉकआउट है, आई गेस ये नॉकआउट है मेरे को लग रहा है। ब्राजील अगर जापान से हार गई तो भाई मैं लिख के दे रहा हूँ कि जापान सेमीज तक 101% पहुंचेगी, 101% पहुंचेगी भाई। कि अगर ये ऐसा क्रेजी खेल रही है, पर बीच बीच में क्या पता क्या हो जा रहा है, नॉर्मल पास भी दे रहे हो तो इतना इंटेंसिटी से पास दे रहे हैं कि सीधा प्लेयर के साइड से निकल के सीधा आउटसाइड जा रहा है। तो वहां पे हम लोग सोच सकते हैं हाँ नहीं इन लोग नॉर्मल खेल रहे हैं, पर बीच में ही भाई वन टच पासिंग सीधा यहाँ से, मतलब लाइक कि बॉल था जापान के बॉक्स में, ब्राजील प्रेस कर रही थी, गोल मारने के लिए जा रही है, जा रही है, जा रही है, जा रही है, वहां से लिया बॉल सीधा किसी एक ब्राजील प्लेयर ने ये किया, अटेम्प्ट किया, जापान के प्लेयर के पास गया, वहां से सीधा एक शूट मारा उसने, कलेक्ट हवे में ही दूसरा शूट दूसरी जगह पे, वहां से आगे एक प्लेयर रन ले रहा था सीधा उसके पास, फिर बाद में वो ब्राजील के प्लेयर ने अवे कर दिया, बट भाई क्रेजी था भाई वो चीज, बहुत क्रेजी था। मतलब ऐसा कोई सोच नहीं पाएगा कि भाई वन टच में सीधा यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से वहां है। शोर भाई ये 1-0, वो भी पहले जापान स्कोर करेगा वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस के साथ भाई, थोड़ा तो रिस्पेक्ट भाई, सही में। बस अभी मेरे को तो लग रहा है, मेरे तो प्रेडिक्शंस ऐसे लग रहा है कि 2-1 मतलब ब्राजील जीत जाएगा। ऑब्वियस यार ना है, बट जिस हिसाब से जापान खेल रही है थोड़ा मुश्किल भी लग रहा है अभी तो। मजा तो आएगा भाई, देखने ये मैच देखने ही मजा आएगा भाई, क्रेजी मजा।
You always know where your money's going. Turns out I'm terrible at soccer. So let's switch back for the second half. Come on, how bad could it be?
देखते हैं अभी क्या सीन है, नहीं तो
It's pretty bad.
है भाई, आज तो लग रहा है मेरे को कि अगर गलती से
You're getting really good.
he said, beaming around at them. Ron pulled out his own wand. The club flew suddenly out of the troll's hands. There was a blinding flash of red light.
Harry Potter, the full cast audio editions. Listen on Audible.
It's Coca-Cola at the half. Kaishu Sano's match-opening goal was his first career. In his 16th cap for Japan, and there
भाई बट मजा आया देख के। पहला गोल तो भाई क्रेजी था भाई, पहला गोल क्या क्रेजी मारा है, बहुत क्रेजी था पहला गोल, एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं था एटलीस्ट जापान से। मतलब पिछला वर्ल्ड कप भी अच्छा खेले थे, मतलब थोड़ा अंडररेटेड टाइप आउटस्टैंड किए थे उन लोग। ये तो भाई नेदरलैंड्स के साथ जब उन लोगों ने 2-2 से ड्रॉ कर दिया था, तो मेरे को लगा था नहीं भाई अब थोड़ा टफ हो गया है, बट इतना टफ कि ब्राजील को पहले गोल मार दे, ये तो सोचा नहीं था।
Exactly what they did. Japan Was marvelously disciplined in that first half, maintaining their defensive shape and just waiting for the moment where they could counterattack. And you could sort of feel that coming a little bit. You knew that that moment was going to present itself. And a really fantastic individual effort from Sano, picking the ball up, recognizing the imbalance in Brazil's defense, blowing right by Casemiro and taking a quick shot outside the 18-yard box. Really good individual effort from him. But it comes from more than that. It comes from the movement in their front threes. So you can see here, Maeda, Ueda, and Doan all make really critical moves. The second that Sano gets the ball, they turn and sprint into space.
Turn and burn.
Turn and burn. And what they're doing is they're running on the outside shoulders of these defenders to pull their attention away from the middle of the park. All three Brazilian defenders here, nobody steps to the ball. They collapse almost to the penalty spot. But Magalhães has to at least step to the ball at some point outside the 18-yard box. They cannot allow a free shot from out there. And at some point, it's Doan who runs out onto the right side. He becomes irrelevant, and you don't need to worry about him. Somebody has to put pressure on the ball. Don't worry about cover. You cannot allow the shot to get it to escape.
Japan are playing 5 across the back, and you can tell Brazil are getting frustrated. You can see it in their play. They aren't being able to be as creative as they'd like to be. What does Japan or what does Brazil need to do to break down this Japanese structure?
They need to use the width of the pitch, the full width of the pitch. They're not doing that at the moment. In the first 45 minutes, they spent the bulk of the time just trying to combine centrally, and it just hasn't worked for them because Japan are so disciplined and they do such a good job of getting 5 defenders back and in structure. It becomes very, very difficult to play and to slide balls down the side of defenders. You end up taking speculative shots from distance. This is a good example of just seeing how tight this team is from back to front. So each of the strips of the pitch is about 6 yards, and there's only 3 strips of pitch that the Japanese defenders are playing in. So they're really compact from back to front. It's about 18 yards from back to front. And that means there's no space between lines. They're tight as well from side to side. So when you look at the Brazilians attacking, they're almost forced, Asmir, to take these speculative crosses from deeper positions, which are really easy to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly Brazil have played right into Japan's hands. I think if Japanese block is going to be in a 5-4-1, then I think you have to add a little bit more variety to your play and attacking play. I think keeping everything central is going to be very easy for the Japanese defense to deal with. So I think they have to add a little bit more a vertical attack, try and get in behind, try and use that space, be a little bit more direct, diagonal balls out to the fullbacks, because they're the ones giving them the width at the moment. Douglas Santos and Danilo are the ones keeping the width and getting the balls in. I also look at now Carlo Ancelotti using his bench. He's going to have to maybe bring in the likes of Igor Thiago, who's going to bring in the focal point inside that box for those crosses, because Mateus Cunha is roaming around a little bit too much for my liking. Gabriel Martinelli, again, a very direct player. And then, of course, he's got the wild card of Neymar. Does he call on him to bring some magic back again?
Well, Brazil have not come from behind to win a match against England. When we return, we're going to check in on Canada. Steph Eustachio, of course, the hero for Canada yesterday. We'll check in with Matthew Shinetti to see how Canada is faring a day after the biggest win in the history of the program.
No tripping. Yes, sipping. No fouls. Yes, foul. No frills. Yes, savings.
Every 4 years, we make family traditions. And if we're lucky, make noise. Make purchases with the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite Plus card to earn Scene Plus points faster and take your tradition to new places.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It happens every morning. Nutrition and fuel to help start whatever's next. Quaker. Soccer. Official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
If football were a nation,
elle serait la plus grande du monde. Si el fútbol fuera un idioma,
نترأس صداها في كل ركن من أركان الأرض.
não importa onde estejas.
no matter who you are,
Si te apasiona el fútbol, perteneces
to the biggest team on the planet.
El fútbol une el mundo.
Football unites the world.
Canada showed real grit and determination in their 1-0 win over South Africa yesterday. World Cup history from Stefan Eustáquio. Matthew Shinetti looks at both potential round of 16 opponents' recent history against Canada. Here's Matthew.
It really doesn't matter what opponent you look at as Canada's potential opponent in the round of 16. Canada has history with both Morocco and the Netherlands. Certainly with Morocco, you go back to the final group stage game of the 2022 World Cup journey in Qatar. And Canada, when we talk about all the lessons they learned in Qatar, they certainly learned in those first 25 minutes what Morocco's run at that tournament was all about. It was pace, it was power, and Canada was down 2 inside those first 25 minutes. But there was that spirited fight back in the second half. Sam Adekubi instigated that own goal, and many Canadians will actually give Sam Adekubi that goal given his run down the left side in that situation. And then Captain Atiba Hutchinson was that close to leveling the match late, and that would have given Canada their first point at a men's World Cup. And certainly the takeaways from that particular game, and you compare it to what happened last night against South Africa, meeting the moment, the tension certainly laid on in games. Well, Canada obviously learned its lesson, irrespective of the fact that it is a much changed roster from the one that was in Qatar. But that would be the history with Morocco. With the Dutch, it was Jesse Marsch's first game in Rotterdam in May of 2024. Canada was very spirited for their new head coach in the first half. And then the Dutch simply rolled right over Canada. 3 goals inside 33 minutes in a packed stadium in Rotterdam. It was one of the Netherlands' lead-up games to the 2024 Euros. And if you're looking for all of the moments now that Jesse Marsch has built on, the lessons he's tried to create with this team, you can pretty much point back to that game in Rotterdam, the do-nots and the if you do not perform, these are the consequences that will happen. You have seen that be carried through over the last 2 years. So whether it's Morocco and the World Cup history, which is often palpable when it then leads to an eventual knockout round game with a similar country, a similar opponent. But when you look at this current team under Jesse Marsch, a potential matchup with the Dutch would seem quite fitting given all the lessons they learned since May of 2024 in Rotterdam.
All right, thank you, Matthew. Well, still to come, we've got another half of football to play, and Brazil desperate for a goal. It's the knockout round. Japan lead 1-0 at the half.
Say hi to the Lees and their newest family member, the Kia EV5. Gordon has a lot to do and appreciates looking great while doing it. And Sophia is sporty, very sporty. When she's not on the field, she's gaming on it. Yes! All 5 get what they want in the EV5 and a little more.
Kia, movement that inspires.
The odds matter. The next goal. The same game parlay. When you bet matters. Soccer or football? Move on. Because the beautiful game has a million shifting factors. Canada's premier betting destination for the world's game. Bet with Sports Interaction.
No tripping. Yes, sipping. No fouls. Yes, foul. No frills. Yes, savings.
With Amex Platinum, the possibilities you imagine can become the moments you experience. It's the table you'll talk about for months. Just looking turns into just booked. And you can feel the rush as you're living that bucket list moment. For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. There's nothing like Amex.
It's World Cup time! Ready to kick off! Goal off! Dance off! Cheers off! Smear it off!
Inside Houston Stadium, as the players are just about to take to the field for the second half, we're not surprised Japan's leading 1-0. Jason, do you think Brazil is?
I think it could be. I think Carlo Ancelotti and his team will have obviously prepared Brazil for the 5-4-1 block. It'll be really interesting to see what tactical changes Brazil makes, because their approach in the first half really didn't create a great deal of chances for them.
Yeah, I think they certainly need to add a little bit more variety. It's been way too predictable in this first half, and I just need to step it up a gear.
चालू हो गया once again.
A little bit more pace, the ball movement, all their passing. I think it's going to help them a lot in the second half.
Yeah, I think they almost seemed surprised when Japan did try to counter, and that lack of focus
आवाज
in
सब
transition
proper
can really hurt them
है.
again. So they have to make sure that in those
Yes,
moments
sir.
where Japan does choose to burst forward quickly, or turn and burn, as Jen referred to it, they need to be prepared for that. They need to be prepared organizationally, get their fullbacks back defensively as quickly as they can, and put pressure on the most dangerous player.
They're getting ready for the second half. Here are the gentlemen to call it, Paul Walker and Glenn Davis.
Neymar को लाओ.
Still waiting for his moment, perhaps to have an influence on this particular game. Paquetá not moving at all well. He's finally got his boots sorted out, Endrick. And here he is. Endrick of Real Madrid, but spent time on loan at Lyon last season. And there has been a clamour in Brazil for him to get more game time, even start games, but Carlo Ancelotti preferred to use him from the bench and listen to the roar for him. So that change has been met with a seal of approval. Let's see what kind of a difference he can make. Back underway then, Japan in the white shirts, going from left to right here in Houston. And with that one goal advantage. Is onto this. First involvement for him. Cunha up there with him. Touched off to Ryan.
Nice one. Nice one.
Vinicius Jr.
Come on, yaar, goal. Come on.
Ball, good handling from Suzuki.
That's why you bring on Endrick. You got youthful spirit here. You got a young player that's extremely talented. Stage may be set for him to break out, but he can run at people. He can do it in tight spaces. He's a player that's got to try to lift this team now. It also brings into question he's in control.
भाई फिर से आ गई यार उन लोग के हाफ में.
Nakamura.
बहुत टाइम ले लिया इसने.
Got a second bite at this one.
Took my breath away.
It's not a bad ball either. This is Ritsu Duan, and hacked away by Douglas Santos. Brazil have only failed to score in one of their last 13 World Cup matches. That was a 1-0 group stage defeat to Cameroon 4 years back. Desperate for one now. Ito. This one has gone though. Brazil awarded a free kick, much to the dismay of the entire Japanese bench down there.
Brazil's definitely trying to make this a little bit more of a chaotic game, a little bit more of a high-tempo game.
Oh yeah.
Vinicius Jr.
Come on.
Good ball, Endrick. Unable to get it under his spell. And Maeda on the surge for Japan. What a run this is. He's earned his team a free kick. It's brought about a yellow card as well for Danilo.
Danilo and Casemiro have one. This is obviously to kill off this transition.
दोनों को मिल गया भाई, ब्राजील को भी मिल गया है अब,
This referee's been very, very
और
good
इसको भी मिल गया,
making sure that people understand. Somebody breaks out in transition and you grab them, you're picking up a yellow.
Maurizio Mariani of Italy is our referee for this one, incidentally. Hiroki Ito safely back to Zion Suzuki, earning his 29th cap for Japan today. 8 clean sheets from 10 appearances in qualifying for the Japanese goalkeeper.
भाई ब्राजील के प्लेयर को कटा रहे यार इन लोग.
Bit of a loose touch there from Tomiyasu, which meant the second one he was struggling to reach.
When Cunha was trying to apply the pressure here. Now they're going to give Japan a free kick.
Japan's at this World Cup, which equals the record for an Asian nation. A level now with Korea Republic, who also got 8 in 2002. Oh, nicely done. Casemiro getting a toe on it, and that could break rather nicely for Endrick.
Come on.
And the pass not up to the required standard.
Hands got to be very, very careful here, especially in this first 15 minutes. Keep their composure. They're finding spaces. Brazil's committing themselves forward.
Maeda on the move. Marquinhos unflustered back to Alisson.
Marquinhos is just so good. That was just effortless.
He plays the game as though he's wearing carpet slippers.
There are those defenders that are just effortless and can do things in a different way because they read the game on the next level, and he's one of them.
Just the 39 trophies he's won in 13 years at Paris Saint-Germain. Just the 39.
Incredible.
Maeda to Nakamura. It's a nice touch.
Yeah.
But didn't work out. And Brazil back on the attack with Vinicius Junior. Guimaraes. Gabriel. Casemiro. Marquinhos. Danilo.
Ball comes central. There's just a block of 6 Japanese players. Going to be very hard even with the talent Brazil has.
Legit wall
Play in those tight spaces and break through and break them down.
The fact that they're defending so narrow, does that tell us they're wanting Brazil to go out wide?
It may be, but you know, if you're going out wide and you're getting the ball to the feet of Endrick and you're getting the ball to the feet of Vidi Judah early, I don't find anything wrong with that from an attacking standpoint. He's coming in on his right a lot.
That's
a good ball. And it's a really good save as well from Suzuki. Guimaraes denied.
Tremendous delivery from Danilo. First really clear chance I think Brazil has had today. It's brought the crowd back. But look at this, just put on a platter here. Timing is there, everything is there. Head meets the ball. And it's a good save from Suzuki.
Has that lit the fuse for Brazil, I wonder? Scooped in again, this time towards Vinicius Junior. Guimaraes.
Brazilian fans are back in it, there's no question.
Vinicius Junior's cut back. Cleared away. But Brazil will recycle and build again. Marquinhos.
Vidi Jr. did well there to get to the end line. I think that in combination with delivery from an inverted way is the way back for them. It's got to be a mixture.
Brazil raising the tempo now. increasing the pressure on Japan, who are dropping deeper and deeper. Ryan. It's deep. It's back across. Did it cross the line? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Amazingly, it did not. And now the counter is on for Japan. Junya Ito. Maeda streaking through the middle. There's others up there as well. Nakamura. Driven across. And an opportunity wasted. Wow, drama at both ends.
Unbelievable sequence. And Brazil, they teased out the goalkeeper Suzuki and pinballs around the penalty area. Tomiyasu blocks it. He doesn't even know he blocked it. This is just an incredible sequence. And then it leads to that transitional moment. But Brazil getting rewarded with coming out here with more vigor, more intent, and more urgency.
Well, luck was certainly shining down on Japan there, that is for sure. And they maintain their one-goal advantage here. Casemiro. Ryan with Danilo flying up round the back of it. Guimaraes now. And cleared by Doan.
Brazil looks a lot more alive here now. They seem to have woken up.
Real test now of Japan's defensive resolve. Ryan against Nakamura. And again, he's delivered well. They're coming in from both sides, left and right now. Gabriel, that's decent. And thumped in for the equaliser by Casemiro.
मार दिया भाई, इक्वल कर दिया, इक्वल कर दिया.
Houston sways in yellow and green. The samba has found its rhythm. The carnival has found its heartbeat. Brazil back in business.
Well, you could feel it coming. The irony here is that Casemiro got caught on the Japanese goal by Kashu Sano. Well, he's just equalized. There's no pressure on the delivery. He's onside at the back post. He pulls away from a defender and snaps in the sweetest of headers. Gets up beautifully, times it perfectly.
मस्त मारा भाई, मस्त मारा.
That is just a blurry orb
बहुत
that
मस्त
flies
मारा.
past Suzuki. But you could feel it coming. Brazil has woken up here. Their fans have woken up. Their energy and urgency is back now.
Well, how the atmosphere in here has changed after that. Did mention earlier on that he's been scoring a lot of headers for Manchester United in the season just gone. There's one for Brazil, one that levels the game in Houston. 8 of his 9 goals in the Premier League last season, headers.
सही, crazy goal भाई, crazy goal.
Well, if you're Japan, you got to say to yourself,
Crazy
you
goal भाई,
started
सही
to
है.
defend too deep. You had mentioned that you didn't get any pressure on the delivery. You made it a little bit easy. And the more of those types of
एकदम
balls that
हल्का टच और सीधा गोल किया.
prior to it, Cunha had a header that was close.
There is Casemiro, but given away cheaply. That might open the door for Maeda, but he was surrounded.
फिर से जापान आ गई थी भाई क्या आपने?
Out to Vinicius.
Nice भाई.
Danger here. Vinicius Junior, brilliant skill.
Oh.
Inside of the post. And belted
भाई मेसी घुस गया था क्या ये विनी के अंदर? भाई क्या क्रेजी किया इसने?
And then with the outside of, I think Suzuki got a hand on this. We're about to find out. He did. This is a huge save from Suzuki on Vinny Jr. to put that off the post.
क्या कर क्या है भाई लोग हाफ टाइम में?
For the lower corner, spectacular goalkeeping from Zion Suzuki.
Well, the pace, the tempo, the intensity of the game now has gone up 2-3-fold, hasn't it?
भाई आप फुटबॉल खेलते हो कि जर्सी पहनते हो? भाई मैं सिर्फ जर्सी पहनता हूँ यार। लखन यार सिर्फ जर्सी पहनता हूँ मैं। जर्सी पहनना अच्छा लगता है मेरे को। भाई पर मैच देख भाई, तू मैच देख। वापस जापान के पास बॉक्स के अंदर। अरे यार मार छोड़ रहे तू। क्या क्रेजी भाई, बेंचोट विनी का पहली बार है ये गेम देखा। नहीं ऑफसाइड तो नहीं है भाई, ऑनसाइड है।
The right foot of Hiroki Ito playing him onside. Brazilian royalty in attendance today. Ronaldo looking on, he'll be feeling
मजबूत लगेगा विनी भाई।
about how this is going now for Brazil, having seen that Casemiro equalizer.
Yeah, so Japan is rattled a bit now, and they got to see if they can get themselves a little bit more.
मैच नहीं, मैं तो आपको देख रहा हूँ। अरे भाई लखन यार ऐसा मत बोल, ऐसा मत बोल भाई। मैच देख भाई, मतलब साथ में ही देखते हैं। अरे मैं वो फिगर आउट कर रहा हूँ रे कि वो साइड बाय साइड वो एनिमेशन वाला कैसे देखते हैं ना। मैं वहाँ थोड़ा लेट स्ट्रीम चालू किया, मतलब मैच चालू हो गया था। नहीं तो मैं वो मैं देखूंगा तो फिर कैसे तुम लोग भी साथ में देख सकते हो।
Just not enough pressure.
Crazy मारा भाई ये तो ओवर।
With or without pressure.
This
is a beautifully hung up ball at the back post. And look at that leap from Casemiro. I mean, the timing of it, nobody went up with him.
Casemiro, the second oldest goal scorer for Brazil at the World Cup, behind only Bebeto.
Tremendous crossing and finishing. What an example of it. This is good from Japan here now to take a bit out of it.
अभी ब्राजील फुल प्रेस कर रही है।
He's made 4 saves in the match. Making a beeline for goal. Alisson there to deal with it.
He's an absolute flyer, Maeda.
Well, that's the thing. They do
भाई कैसे हेडर मारा आप मार के बताओ ना। एक भाई।
That has to be honored, and
मैं बताता हूँ तेरे। वहाँ से बॉल आया और वो बंदा डिफेंडर इधर खड़ा है, वो पीछे आया और सीधा बताता हूँ तुझे कैसे मारा। ऐसे आया क्यों? मेरे को दिख रहे थे। ऐसे आया और सीधा भी मारा। क्या खाना खाने की बात हो रही है? भाई क्या बोलता भाई, नंबर बोलता।
Vinicius Jr. Cunha to Guimarães, spins away from Maeda. Danilo. Oh, it's all coming together now for Brazil. Ryan, great skill. Cunha. Ryan delivering, and Suzuki is there. But that was like the Brazil of old when I was growing up.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit more of
crazy हो भाई, बहुत crazy हो.
the tricks and flicks and the great combination play and movement and mobility. They're definitely more alive here in the second half, but now it's
ऐसा लगा कि एक्शन दिखे नहीं रहा होगा.
a period here of measuring each other.
लौड़े तू. ठीक है, लगन. ठीक है. एक्शन रिप्ले देख लिया तूने? सही है फिर तो. अगली बार तो है ना, देखो पूरा मैच ही खेल के दिखाता हूँ इधर में. क्या मेरे को भी मैच देख रहे थे पहले. अरे भाई, ये जापान के पास इतना बॉल पोजीशन आ रहा है ना. वापस जापान ने ले लिया.
Really thundered goalwards, but it's back in the hands of the Brazilian keeper.
Yeah, it's hit with tremendous power. It took a slight deflection. It's Alisson's all the way, though. Might wonder if that was the right decision, because he did have some options getting in and around the box. We also like the fact that he took the responsibility to try and produce a second goal for Japan.
Change on the way for Brazil. Gabriel Martinelli is down there and ready for action.
Neymar warm up कर रहा है. Neymar warm up कर रहा है भाई.
Can you imagine? Nice sub to have. Nice change to be able to make. Dipping into Gabriel Martinelli.
Vinicius Junior. And Japan are readying changes as well. Hydration break not too far away. Ryan, Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior onto Santos. Steered clear by Japan's goal scorer Sano.
But these crosses coming from wider areas, this has been a real bonus to kind of stretching out Japan a little bit more and creating little pockets of space.
Mateus Cunha is off and Gabriel Martinelli is on. And Japan making alterations of their own here. Yukinari Sugawara
will
be one of those to be introduced. So will Junichiro Suzuki. And he is the first to make his entrance.
आप भी खा रहे हो, वार्म अप कर रहे हो, लगता है अभी आप कोई जाना पड़ेगा. नहीं भाई, मेरे को भूख लगा था थोड़ा, इसलिए खा रहा हूँ यार.
Well, now it's kind of reset to a game where Japan's playing for that moment again. With Brazil dominating all the possession.
Hydration break may well come at a good time for Japan, the way this is going at the moment.
This is the Brazil we all expected here in the second half.
Martinelli.
Everything just seems quicker, you know. The ball's leaving their feet quicker. Their decision making's quicker.
Ryan getting much more success down that side as well. Didn't see a great deal from him in the first half, but much more positive in the second. Beautifully poised this now. Casemiro. Ryan again getting the cross in.
Hey, nice one.
Martinelli with the outside of the boot. Casemiro, he's spotted Endrick.
Foul penalty.
For a penalty from behind that goal. And the referee tells Hendrick to get back up off the floor.
We had about 60,000 fans also appealing for that penalty as well. give that. He's won the header. The little slight nudge there, but nobody's given that.
Well, it's riveting. We've hit the hydration break. This game
Hydration break, guys.
And it's delivered.
Another round of keep up for old time's sake?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's been a minute.
It's all muscle memory. Once you learn.
You never forget. Just like setting up a savings goal on the BMO app.
If you say so.
I do say so.
Play for the Ultras? Game over.
Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra Zero.
We've removed the full HST on new homes and cut municipal fees, saving you up to $200,000 on a new home. It's just one way we're taking action today to make homes more affordable tomorrow. Like building homes faster by cutting red tape and partnering with municipalities to build more homes. Because by making housing more affordable today, we can get more families in more homes tomorrow.
जैसा जापान ने होल्ड करके रखा है ना, देखो मैं नो डाउट ब्राजील अच्छा खेलती है, बट जापान जैसी ऐसे इतना नहीं होता पहले टीम ग्लोबली अच्छा, पर पिछले वर्ल्ड कप से और अब भी तो भाई एकदम आउटस्टैंडिंग परफॉर्मेंस.
Get the Crave TSN bundle. This is the moment. Stream every match of the FIFA World Cup and the return of the HBO original series, House of the Dragon.
You are the Queen of Dragons.
All this for a limited time. Visit tsn.ca/FIFA26.
Rhaenyra's coming.
We are exposing her as weak.
My enemies have been allowed to muster their strength.
Definitely don't. We're seeing
खत्म हो गया उन लोग का हाइड्रेशन ब्रेक. मैं भी ये रख के आता हूँ.
And the way this tournament was set up, yeah, it was expanded to 48 teams, but what that does is that sets you up for 16 games of consequence. And we're at a great one right now, and there are two more great ones today. Germany, Paraguay, and then, of course, Morocco and Netherlands. There's going to be all eyes on those games as well.
Certainly so. Of course, Netherlands facing Morocco for the right to come here to take on Canada in Houston. Germany, Paraguay, the winner of that one will take on France or Sweden. So back underway. Brazil won, Japan won. And where is the next twist coming from, I wonder?
So the three high players are Hayan, Edric, and Vinny. Hayan and Vinny are getting the width here. And you wouldn't bet against Vinny in a game like this, although he just got dispossessed.
Ito was impeded. Japan get the set piece.
That was Martinelli, like he was a man possessed
सीधा
trying
push.
to get back here and kill off that transitional moment.
और मेन तो ये है कि भाई दोनों टीम को रेड कार्ड मिले, दोनों टीम्स को.
Kamada. Noguchi. Sano. Sold the pass.
ए यार देख ये सेम पास अगर फास्ट डालता ना तो भाई सीधा बॉल बना के बंदा आगे एक अटेम्प्ट ले सकता था.
Danilo carrying Brazil up towards halfway. Guimaraes. Hendrick.
And shoot! क्या बॉल निकाला है?
Only one thing on his mind by the looks of this.
हक दिया. और कौन हगेगा? गेस करो. और कौन हगेगा? रियल मैड्रिड का प्लेयर नहीं भाई उसने वो एक बॉल बहुत मस्त बनाया था
kept the game for the most part in front of them. That's what they do.
Ryan.
The focus, the concentration, the intense concentration.
वो आपको तो बॉल नॉलेज है यार. अरे चुप रे लखन, चुप भाई. रुक ना, मैच देखते बाद में. ओए
miscued header, I think, from Ryan, but it did take a deflection.
पहला 1 2 3 4 बार साला पोल को लगा है. एक तो विनी ने मारा ये हेडर.
Same areas where that delivery came from, and they're going to have to get out the crossers of the ball a little bit quicker. You can't bank on defending them. You got to get a few blocks in it.
भाई ये क्या बकचोदी है यार. कॉर्नर चलो कॉर्नर दिख ले.
It's a poor delivery that is a waste, to say the least.
भाई legit क्या गिरी भाई legit.
But we are only looking one way at the moment. Brazil pushing, Brazil probing. Japan digging in. Marquinhos. Martinelli.
क्या कर रही है भाई. इधर उधर खेल रही है. प्रेस करो ना.
Trying to move Japan side to side and expose gaps here.
भाई आप ब्राजील का जर्सी निकाल दो तो ब्राजील गोल मारेगी. चुप बे साले. साले मैं पहना था तभी भी गोल मारी थी.
Place where there's some overloads.
Brazil have progressed from the first knockout round of the World Cup at the last 8 editions. And they make it a 9th here. Vinicius Junior.
Nice, nice. कोई है ही नहीं उधर सोएगा.
Expecting Martinelli to have made a move, but he didn't. Such an exciting player, though.
Nice.
Hendrick worked with Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid, albeit briefly. He was injured for most of Ancelotti's time there, and when he was fit, Xabi Alonso barely used him. There was no doubt that he is the future of this Brazilian team, Hendrick.
दारू ना यार. ए नहीं रे भाई. नहीं लखन.
Vinicius Junior.
तू साले तू चुप है. मेरे को नहीं उतारता. तू क्यों बोल रहा है? रहने दे, मेरे को नहीं उतारता.
Well, Suzuki barely moved. He knew it was going wide.
Second balls like that, though.
Nice.
Balls that come off.
अभी तो बॉल पोजीशन भी इन लोग के पास ज्यादा है और अटेम्प्ट्स भी मतलब कंपेयर टू फर्स्ट हाफ ज्यादा ले रहे हैं. ये तो साला फर्स्ट हाफ आप देखते ना कि बहुत कम अटेम्प्ट और मेन तो बॉल पूरा बॉल पोजीशन भी जापान के साइड ही ज्यादा था. अभी सब्स्टिट्यूशन किया देखो और प्रेस भी उन लोग ही कर रहे थे. मैं बोला भाई क्या है ये. कौन आया?
Junior Ito was the
अच्छा हाँ सही में भाई.
not got anywhere to be tonight, Glenn, have you? Because I think we could be in for the long haul here.
We could be in for the long haul. It makes it even more dramatic.
Danilo very quickly shut down by Suzuki.
बहुत अच्छा प्रेस कर रही है.
Does kind of give you that feel as we enter the 79th minute.
प्रेडिक्शन दो. बोला ना पहले ही मैं प्रेडिक्शन दिया हूँ. 2-1 ब्राजील विन. 2-1 ब्राजील विन. प्रेडिक्शन दे दिया हूँ मैं पहले ही दे दिया और वही होगा.
Straight through the middle it goes. Ryan was the target. He hits the turf. Looks rather forlornly in the direction.
तू बता तू तेरा प्रेडिक्शन दे.
That was a good ball from Casemiro and it's a good angled in run.
Another full house here in Houston, 68,777. All but one of the games here have been absolutely jam-packed. And even the Cabo Verde match with Saudi Arabia was only a couple hundred short of being a complete sellout. Hendrick. Good challenge from Tanaka. But then he gives it away. Ryan. And now Brazil lose it.
क्या चल रहा है? इसको सो गिरा है. पेनल्टी लग रहा है मुझे तो. हो सकता है.
The last 10 minutes, nothing to separate them.
Fuck भाई लास्ट के 10 मिनट है.
As energetic as this for as long as this. You can hear the drums beating in the background, but when you look around, particularly at the moment, the Japanese fans just bouncing up and down constantly. Going to wear themselves out.
It's as if they're out there playing. I mean, that's the beautiful connection between supporters and players. The supporters really feel.
पेनल्टी भी हो सकता है. पेनल्टी में तो फिर ब्राजील को कोई नहीं हरा पाएगा. पेनल्टी तो. अबे यार लास्ट के 10 मिनट हो गए भाई. नेमार क्यों नहीं आया अब तक भाई? लास्ट के 10 मिनट बचे. अभी तो नेमार को लाओ.
Well, Japan had led in their 2 previous knockout matches coming into this and went on to lose both. They were 2-0 up with just over 20 minutes left against Belgium. In 2018, lost that. 1-0 up at half-time against Croatia 4 years ago. Lost on penalties.
Again, a great job from Japan there to double up Vinny Jr.
And Brazil have pegged them back here. Vinicius Jr. Making a dart for the line. Back heeled away from Sukiwara. Danilo.
प्रेस कर. जीप क्यों निकाल रहे हो लेकिन आप? अरे यार मेरे को आदत है यार.
Diving header out from Taniguchi. Is there a winner in this before the 90 minutes are up? Controlled on the chest by Danilo, but Japan refusing to budge.
Japanese do a great job of when the point of attack is switched like that with a longer diagonal ball, they all shift over so quickly.
Martinelli delivering now.
Hey.
Sells behind. Wader hoping to make this his. He did. And it's tied it up by Douglas Santos.
Saw him use his right arm to try to fend off Gabriel. He was trying to just drop the ball there for a runner to come and pick it up. But it's tough. It's tough to deal in the air with Gabriel and Marquinhos. And when you're a lone striker up there and maybe have a secondary striker to help you, it's not easy.
Pushed inside for the on-running Danilo. He's taken down.
Yellow card.
For sure. Yeah. Suzuki.
Free kick. अभी आएगा मजा भाई लखन अब देखना अब फ्री किक मारेगा
Second half sub. It's an obvious foul.
हेडी लेग्स देखो भाई इसको
Maeda was going to be able to deal with him. I didn't know if he had to come in from that angle, but it's easy to say from up here.
बहुत टफ है यहाँ पर ये एंगल से फ्री किक
This is a very dangerous set piece from the area where this ball is, and this is something that you think is going to get whipped, hit very hard towards the back post.
Zion Suzuki on red alert here, the Japanese goalkeeper. Looks as though it will be Ryan, despite the presence of Guimaraes being there. We'll see. It is Ryan who goes for it, deflected up and over.
Hendrick got ahead on that, I think.
यार ये एंड्रिक का सर लग गया तो भूल जाता यार मेरे को तो लग रहा है
The idea here is just to hit this hard and wrap your foot around it. That's good defending. To just help it over the crossbar.
एंड्रिक का नहीं लगा
Actually conceded the free kick in the first place, who flicked it clear. Brazil keeping the pressure on, the shape of a corner now. Very flat, flicked on by Casemiro. Vinicius Junior. Plenty in canary yellow inside the box. Brazil have got a man down inside that penalty area. Guimaraes digs out the cross with the outside of the boot. And behind it goes.
Gabriel Martinelli, it looks like.
Yep, it is.
Get caught. Here he is trying to lean in there. Hey, just got an errant arm. And that arm came from Maeda. Maeda got up earlier, and you do go up with your arms extended. And that's why Martinelli got the worst of it. Maeda got up first.
Extra time looming large here. We're into the last 5 minutes now
5 minutes
of the 90. A reminder, the winners go through to face either Côte d'Ivoire or Norway. Wader getting up well.
Come on, man. Chalo.
From Maeda. From left to right. Machino. To Sugawara. Sano. Can they find the right ball in? No, they can't.
This is where Brazil's got to go.
Hendrick looking to get Martinelli away. And Suzuki comes out a long way and clears for touch.
Alert goalkeeping.
Yeah, decision लिया भाई.
Inspiring and what happened with that loss of possession in midfield, so he was already thinking about being a covering player.
It's a short presence, isn't he, the goalkeeper? I've been really impressed with him throughout this tournament.
Yeah, he's got some flamboyance to him too. He is an interesting goalkeeper, but got a good kicking game as well. Go back to that save he made on Vinny that he pushed off the post.
Yeah, superb that. Absolutely ridiculous save. Danilo.
इसके 3 मिनट.
Well,
last 3 minutes भाई.
Put an arm in his chest, I think. Free kick given.
Come on भाई, free kick आया. Come on Brazil भाई, score कर. Last 3 minutes है भाई, score कर भाई. पेन तक लेके ही मत जा, पेनल्टी तक लेके ही मत जा भाई.
A lot can happen in that time.
Might something happen here off this set play? Guimarães to arc one in. Marquinhos was rising. Vinicius Junior. Well, suddenly it opens up. Bends one, deflected and away for a corner. We were right behind that, and that Japanese defence just opened up. Vinicius Junior took it on, and it's broken for the corner kick.
Well, Martinelli made a great run to peel two defenders off Vinny, and that allowed him to create his own shooting opportunity.
Played short.
Ryan,
lofting one up there.
Come on. Hey, kya?
Vinicius Junior. Twisted.
Hey, nice. Hug diya, Huggu ne hug.
Japanese defenders the slip.
चकली बना उधर. इतना कौन नहीं करता है.
Now Tanaka in a real tussle of the two number 7s there. It's gone in Brazil's favour, this free kick.
Tremendous from Vinny Jr. to fight back and recover and win the ball.
Whipped it again. Suzuki.
मेरा गोल की के हाथ में.
Now maybe.
Last minute.
Have a break of their own. Machino, who was a late replacement for the injured Wataru Endo. Intelligent pass left to right.
Fuck.
Sugawara. Steps round Douglas Santos. Only half away to out.
भाई जापान स्कोर करने को आ रही है.
Suzuki. Well, rather telegraphed cross really, because Marquinhos knew exactly what was coming. He just belts it away into touch.
हो गया 90 minutes.
Problem down there, I think, for Casemiro, who is sat down inside his own box. There he is. And a change may be required here. There is some activity. Fabinho, I think, is the one being prepared.
Been quite the day for Casemiro.
Well, yeah, certainly involved in both goals.
नेमार को क्यों नहीं
Not
लाया?
for good reasons, the first one, but much better reasons for the equaliser. And Fabinho, who now plays for Al Ittihad, is about to join us.
यार नेमार.
Appearing at his second World Cup.
You get a lot of experience with Fabinho. He's definitely a deputizing central midfield player, but he's a holding midfield type just like Casemiro. So you go to the bench for a guy that's got a tremendous amount of experience.
भाई नेमार को लाओ यार.
Now won the Champions League and Premier League whilst at Liverpool. It's the end of the road in this game for Casemiro, who seems to be struggling with his groin.
Casemiro. हाँ? क्या हुआ इसके टूटे को?
Fabinho can't get on until Casemiro is off. Now he gets the green light. Japan have a throw.
The reminder, Paul, that all these injuries piling up, that depth is so important in a short tournament like this. You know, we don't know the degree of the injuries, but if there are injuries that are going to take more time, you're having to rely on others.
Yeah, they've got Rafinha already on the treatment table, don't forget.
वही ना भाई Rafinha क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है?
It's played through now to Endrick. Is this Brazil's moment? Martinelli is up there with him. Guimarães arriving on the scene. Endrick with it all to do. great defending that from Taniguchi.
You said it. Taniguchi's not letting that cross in. Exceptional. Great positional sense from Taniguchi.
अरे यार.
He's 34 years old. That's one of his trademarks is blocking shots. Well,
come on यार, come on. Last 2 minute है भाई. Last 2 minute में तो एक गोल मारो भाई. सिर्फ एक गोल रहा हूँ.
Halfway through the 6 added. Fabinho's header is a harmless one. Well, Brazil have needed extra time 8 times at the World Cup. 5 of those have gone to penalty shootouts. Well, extra time is not far away here in Houston. And I'm not going to complain about that. I want more of this.
टाई ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं इन लोग, मतलब मानना पड़ेगा भाई जापान को, ब्राजील जैसे टीम के साथ.
Maybe more so even on Brazil, because most people expected Brazil to win this.
Marquinhos.
To even think of Brazil getting knocked out of this stage of a World Cup is, you know, people say you're crazy.
Well, it's been a real test of their credentials, this. Let's go back to what their camp has been saying throughout. They feel they are good enough to go right to the very end here, Japan. And they've shown us today just how dangerous they can be. That's a neat give and go. Pull back for Endrick. Now Tanaka quickly in the scene to, well, win it and then lose it. Guimaraes. Pass through, what a ball, Martinelli!
Yes!
Brazil are heading through to the round of 16.
Headshot. Last के 1 मिनट में. Last के 1 मिनट में.
Houston belongs to Brazil.
Last के 1 मिनट में लखन भाई बोला देखो 2-1.
Well, I spoke earlier in this game about the value of the repress today for Brazil, and this is after they repressed and won the ball. But Martinelli gets a great position between 2 defenders. They can't close him down in time. How quickly he gets that shot off is a big, big key here. And it's absolutely and they do it in the final minute of stoppage time here. It does not come easy, but it comes in beautiful fashion.
Well, Koki Agawa is going to come on for Japan with barely any time to make a difference. And Brazil are going to bring on Danilo Santos.
Well, what Japan's going to do here after these changes, I think, they're lining everybody up on the halfway line, and they're going to knock it as deep as they possibly can and just run it down.
Possible ही नहीं है भाई. Possible ही नहीं है जापान. ठीक है भाई, तुम लोग अच्छा खेले भाई, रिस्पेक्ट है भाई. But अभी possible नहीं है. खत्म हो गया गेम इधर.
Brazil's fully aware of this. You can see amongst their players, they're talking about be careful off this kickoff. You can actually see the intention of Japan.
Sugawara is over the ball. And Suzuki. One last push, perhaps, from Japan. try and keep their tournament alive here. Clattered into touch, and it took a nick off a Japanese leg as well. That was celebrated wildly.
भाई नेमार को क्यों नहीं लिया यार? एटलीस्ट नेमार को अब भी तो भाई सब लाना चाहिए था.
Free kick awarded to Endrick, who says, could you not have just allowed Martinelli to stride on with the ball there?
Would have been the most space Brazil found all night because of this tough collective defending. But there's the repress. We spoke about it. Beautiful ball. Absolutely fantastic ball from Bruno Guimaraes to pick out Gabriel Martinelli, who positioned himself between two defenders in a great place and then delivers the goods and the goal and likely the game.
Well, Brazil will be heading to New York, New Jersey as things stand, unless Japan can find one big chance late in the game. Well, Machino penalised for a foul.
Now Brazil's just got to push up the field, hit this long. Finish this off, but here's your star man, Gabriel Martinelli. There's another star man, Ronaldo.
With Bebeto alongside him.
And Bebeto. Men that know what it is to win a World Cup.
But what it must be like for these Brazilian players to have those legends following them around wherever they go. It does apply a lot of pressure, doesn't it?
It does apply a lot of pressure, no question.
Brazil now seconds away. Suzuki pumping it long. Towering header from Martinelli. Sugawara's flick. Danilo Santos clearing. Anywhere will do now, as far as Brazil are concerned. Ancelotti, a picture of calmness amid chaos down on the touchline.
Both benches are standing up, every single player.
And there it is. Brazil march on to the round of 16 in the most dramatic of circumstances.
Congrats, bhai. बुरा तो लग रहा है जापान के लिए, but बेचारे रो रहे यार.
But the quest for the elusive sixth star remains a reality. The ghosts of 2002 are kept at bay for another day. The journey to the summit, that long and agonizing climb continues. But Brazil lives to dream again. Gabriel Martinelli in the 96th minute wins it. They come from behind.
अच्छा खेली भाई जापान, सही में अच्छा खेली. अच्छा खेली भाई.
For the first time since 2002, Brazil come from behind to win a World Cup game, much to the despair of the Japanese and their fans, Jason.
You have to feel for them. The Japanese did everything they possibly could. Took the lead against a strong Brazil team, defended resolutely. Although Brazil came out strong in the second half to equalize, it looked like this game was going to extra time and potentially penalty kicks. And unfortunately, an individual error from Tanaka giving the ball away in a dangerous area. And Brazil just showed how dangerous they are when you make mistakes.
Yeah, they're just little sliding passes that they can make when they do have the opportunity to do it. Unfortunately, Japan, their shape just faded somewhat in that second half and allowed Brazil a little bit more space to play in. I think some smart substitutions from the Brazilians as well gave them a little bit more of a spark in the second half. But yeah, you just really do have to feel gutted for the Japanese. Such a wonderful team to watch. Really sad to see them go out.
Yeah, Japan's wait continues. Still never won a game in the knockout rounds, which is devastating for
क्या
them,
दिखा
as
रहे
we can see. And they put an incredible effort, but I think when you look at the strength and depth for Brazil, their relentless nature and how they kept attacking, attack after attack, is always going to be difficult to defend against. So credit to Brazil, they kept going and found the quality right at the end.
All right, well, for Brazil, they are off to the round of 16 after a dramatic 2-1 victory over Japan.
नाइस भाई, बहुत ग्रेट भाई। सही में मजा आया भाई, मजा लेजिट मजा आया भाई। सही में बहुत सही खेली भाई जापान, मजा तो आया। आज की स्ट्रीम भी मजा आया मेरे को, मतलब ज्यादा कुछ था नहीं, मैं तो सिर्फ मैच देखने आता हूँ भाई, मैच देखते रहता हूँ। अभी तुम लोग को देखना है देखो, क्योंकि वही यार 10:30 का था, स्ट्रीमिंग का टाइम भी वही था, स्ट्रीम भी मिस नहीं करना। मैं वो फिगर आउट करूंगा वो, ताकि तुम लोग भी साथ साथ देख सके कि क्या बोलते हैं ना अपना, सिर्फ मैच मैच के स्टैट्स नहीं कि वो एनिमेशन टाइप की कहाँ बॉल जा रहा है कहाँ नहीं, वो सब भी देख रहा था। बट भाई आज का मैच तो बहुत मजा, बहुत ज्यादा मजा। पहले तो जब जापान ने लीड लिया था भाई, मेरी तो हवा टाइट हो गई थी थोड़ी। बंदे क्या खेल रहे थे भाई, बंदे बहुत क्रेजी खेल रहे थे, बहुत क्रेजी भाई, बहुत क्रेजी। मजा तो आया भाई। लास्ट मतलब सोचो भाई, लास्ट मिनट में बंदे ने गोल मारा है ऐसा, और जिस पोल को लगा है ना, वो 4 बार उधर हिट हुआ है, 4 बार सेम पोल, और लास्ट मिनट में उस पोल को हिट होके भी वो गोल के अंदर चला गया। और मैंने तो पहले ही प्रेडिक्शन दिया था 2-1 ब्राजील विन, और वो ही हुआ। मजा आया भाई, क्या मैच था भाई, ऐसे मैच देखने को मजा आता। अभी नेक्स्ट मैच, 2 मिनट 2 मिनट, लेट्स सी नेक्स्ट मैच क्या, कौन सा एकदम मस्त वाला। मोरक्को और नेदरलैंड, हाँ ठीक है, पर वो तो सुबह है भाई, सुबह कौन उठेगा फिर। ये 2 बजे जर्मनी का है, ऑब्वियस है भाई जर्मनी जीतेगी। ये सब में तो क्या ही अभी, जर्मनी ही जीतेगी उसमें तो, उसमें तो अपन कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकते। बट बहुत सही था भाई, बहुत सही, मजा आया यार। क्या इंस्टा देखना है, कौन देख रहा है? अगर मेरे को तो इंस्टा इंस्टा लगाते ही क्या थोड़ा ही बहुत, मेरे पास तो 2-3 वीडियोस है ऐसे ऐसे। तो एक मैं तो सोच ही रहा था कि एक ऐसा कि तुम लोग मेरे को रील भेजो और उसके ऊपर देखते रिएक्ट करेंगे, वैसा चलेगा क्या? कोई भी देख रहा है भाई, हाई कर दो एक बार, हमें तो समझेगा कोई तो देख रहा। सारे तो मेरे को व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज आ रहा। अरशद परब इट्स ओके ब्रदर, ठीक है भाई चलेगा। अरे हर्षद भाई, तू बीच में कॉल कर रहा था यार, सॉरी मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा था, इसलिए तेरा कॉल नहीं उठा पाया मैं। रुको 2 मिनट, अपन थोड़ा ये देखते हैं यार, इंस्टाग्राम देखते हैं, रुको इंस्टाग्राम देखते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम। इंस्टाग्राम पे थोड़े बहुत बकचोदी मेरे पास है अच्छे खासे। सॉरी भाई, अरे यार तू क्या सॉरी बोल रहा है, तो ना मेरे पास इंस्टाग्राम पे है थोड़ा बकचोदी है। अरे ये तो मैं पूछ लूँ भाई, तो मैडम सी टू, मेस्सी मेस्सी बाद में आएगा। यस, ठीक है। आवाज आ रहा है क्या? एक बार चैट बता
It
दो।
doesn't seem like they are responding even now. The only
आवाज आ रहा है क्या? एक बार बस मेरे को बता दो चैट। थोड़े बहुत मेरे पास ये है, वीडियोस है। अरे एक एक भेजे मेरे दोस्त लोग हैं।
मेस्सी का क्या है कि देश के लिए खेलने और लड़ने से पहले देश से मोहब्बत करना पड़ता है, और मेस्सी का ग्राउंड में दिखता है। यहाँ पल पल हर क्षण अपने आप को साबित करना पड़ता है। रोनाल्डो, खाली सांस भर लेने से जिंदा न माना जाएगा। सबूत दो, गोल मारो। मेस्सी का क्या है कि देश के लिए खेलने और
यार अभी सब लोग चले गए, कैसे गेम सब चालू किया ये? तुम्हारी बहन। चलो फिर मैं बंद ही कर देता हूँ, मैं भी क्या ही करूंगा अभी, मैं अकेला ही हूँ। आज का स्ट्रीम भी मजा आया मेरे को गाइस। चलो